everyone. Hi, I'm Shaturupa. I'm a counseling psychologist and an expressive arts based therapist. And welcome to my channel. This channel is all about psychology, philosophy, and culture. Today's topic is about psychology of love. Right, so I would like us to explore what is love through different aspects, through different theories. Let's first define the word love for this video. Okay, so, love, when it comes to a psychological definition, kind of work talks about a tenderness, a little softness in approach, which helps a person in growing themselves and caring for the other person's well being. So, love does not only exist in say romance, right? Love exists in every relationship that we actually engage in, most relationships that we engage in. So with our parents it's one kind of love, with our grandparents it's one kind of love, with our friends it's one kind of love. And it's important that we explore those differences and see what kind of love have we experienced. All of us have experienced some kind of love. That's the beauty of it, right? And not just romance, even when it comes to family or anything, we do work on themes of love. And whether it's Harry Potter to Game of Thrones or anything, the theme of love and hate and indifference and all of these things actually are something that is so universal that we all connect with it, right? So, okay, let's try to find out why do we love? What is the purpose of it, right? There's a recent field that has come up called social epidemiology, which talks about how when people have long term, warm, trusted, safe relationships, they actually live longer, they actually have healthier lives. And when I say healthy, it's not just physically healthy, they are wealthier, they are actually recovering from illnesses better or quicker, and they have better resilience, and they are even having more successful children. So, health, wealth, resilience, recovery from illness, longevity, resilience, great children. Who does not want all of them, right? Even if you don't want children, you want to have a healthy life, you would not want to remain sick longer than others. So social connections, warmer connections, healthy relationships actually impact our health. So it's important to know that we shouldn't just focus on exercises to stay healthy. We actually have to focus on our social health, in our personal health, in how are we building connections and relationships. I would like to talk about the triangular theory of love. This was given by a psychologist called Robert Sternberg in the year 1986. And he talked about three aspects essentially. This looks like Illuminati, but he talked about three aspects essentially, and three elements which kind of make up relationships. So the three elements are passion, intimacy, and commitment. Commitment in the recent times have also been called choice. So it's not just that, oh, you have to do it. It is a choice that you care about someone. So for example, caring about your grandparents, right? There is not much passion there. There is not much intimacy in the terms of you are not sharing all that you would share with your friend. However, there is commitment there is choice to care, right? You choose to care for them, and that shows a form of love as well. And even though it does not have passion, does not take away the fact that it still is love, right? Now let's say you have a relationship which is only mostly about passion. So a lot of the hookup culture is based on that idea, right? Like you are not even intimate emotionally, you're not sharing everything with them. However, it kind of gives you a whirlwind of fun for a time, for some time. If you have intimacy and passion, it can give you even more intense of a relationship. However, it again won't last very long because commitment is not present. So for a healthy marriage or a long-term relationship, we need all three elements. So it's very interesting when it comes to long-term relationship. There's a misconception that passion goes away. Not necessary. Does it stay without any work? No. You have to work on it. You have to put in effort into it, and that's what makes a healthy relationship. You have to keep exploring. You are growing. You are changing. The other person is changing. You have to keep up with each other, and be curious about each other, right? Now coming to a relationship with intimacy, it's primarily with your best friend. Whoever is your close friend is someone you share the element of intimacy with. That's the intimate love, where you feel safe, and there is a lack of judgment when it comes to sharing what's going on with your life, right? So you are intimate in the sense of you are able to share the events of your life. What have you been feeling, even if it's really horrible, disgusting things, and they just accept you for who you are and help you grow as well, right? So that form of love is also very important in our lives, to have someone, or may not even be just one person. You could have a group of people and you share different parts with different people. That is also fine. Finally, I think something that is very important to understand is attachment styles. And there are four types of attachment styles, okay? So first is secure, second one is anxious, third is avoidant, and fourth is disorganized. Okay, so I'll just explain what each of them mean. Right, so when it comes to secure relationship, you feel safe in your place. You feel confident in who you are. You feel confident in who they are, and the relationship that you share with them. So you're not constantly insecure or doubtful or anxious, or approaching them constantly in order to resolve certain issues that you are experiencing. For example, if you are securely attached, say in a romantic relationship, someone, or anyway, if you are securely attached, you will have bit of self-soothing skills. So if you have a negative thought, you don't immediately spiral into believing that, oh yes, they are trying to attack me, or they are trying to leave me. You are able to rationalize and understand yourself better as you go along, right? Let's come to anxious attachment. So when it and anxiously attached people are not just insecure, they are seeking, they need a little more time, so that they are reassured again and again that, for example, they won't be abandoned, they will be taken care of. And this might even happen that anxious attachment, someone who is anxiously attached will try and test things out for themselves, and this is such a self-fulfilling prophecy, that you try to test the other person if they will leave you, and if something bad happens. Now if you keep creating bad situations, they end up leaving you because you are creating negative situations, right? So anxiously attachment is a way that people connect. And see, whether it's healthy or unhealthy is completely dependent on how much on this, how intensely are you feeling that way. A lot of us have different attachment styles. However, to be mindful, to sort of take care, use the tools to calm your anxiety down, use your partner to kind of regulate your emotions, is also important. So anxiously attachment is this. Avoidant attachment style is a problem happens and you just distract yourself, you just leave, you are unable to take conflict as much. Whenever there's something happens, you find something else to do. So let's say you know your partner is going to have a tough conversation with you. If you, as soon as you go home tonight, you will continue to go work later, as late as possible, so as because you're trying to avoid. Now if it's an anxious attachment style partner, oh, this is going to be so hard, because every single minute is hell for them, right? Like, they are imagining the worst. Even if their thought is not taking them to a dark place, their body is completely on survival mode at that point of time. And every single minute that you're not there for them, or not there to resolve the issue, it's just going to get worse and worse. Does that mean that you should always be present and never take time during fights? No. A securely attached relationship will understand when are you flooding. Flooding means during a fight, you know that you're going to say mean things, you know that you're not in the right state of mind, and your body is just overwhelmed right now, so taking a little space sometimes helps. However, when it comes to anxious or avoidant, the space is never actually helpful. The avoidant attachment person is not, when they are avoiding, they are not actually thinking about the issue as much to resolve it. And the anxious person is thinking about the issue a lot, uh, too much, in fact. So, and it just goes from a realistic place to a very neurotic place, right? So that's another style. And disorganized is someone who has pretty much all the elements, none of the elements, kind of a combination of one, two, or anything, right? So can be anxious sometimes, can be avoidant sometimes, can be secure sometimes. And these are the four basic combinations of attachment. And this is how we present ourselves in relationships. You watch Pam and Jim from Office, find a soulmate, and that's it. That's your life forever. You have them, but that's not it. Love is a constant choice. It's a sort of diligence towards the other person, sort of looking at your own growth for the other, and not just growing for yourself. You have to work at growth for the other person as well. And I hope you enjoyed this video. Make sure to do the usual drill that YouTube asks you to do. Like, share, subscribe. I would like to reach out to a lot of people, not just to share what I have. I really want to use this platform to learn more and to have great conversations with great people more. So thank you for watching. Thank you. This was a bit of a long video, but I hope you got a slightly better idea as to why do you love, what is the kind of love you are engaging in. And lastly, I would say self love is equally important. All right, thank you so much. Take care, and I'll see you in the next video.